Good morning guys, and welcome to today's vlog. I hope you've all been having an awesome morning. So I had a really lovely request come through on my vlog channel asking me to do a video that's sort of like a haul that goes through all of my favorite inspirational items and also how I get inspired for my work and just life in general. So I've got a ton of stuff scattered over my dining room table at the moment, and I thought I'd sit down, pop you guys down on the table, and I'm just gonna go through all of my favorite things that inspire and motivate me on a daily basis, and also a couple other tips on how I seem to find inspiration on a regular basis and that can really help you guys as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and I'm just gonna sit you guys down now. And just a little sneak peek of all the things I've scattered around my table. I wasn't lying, I got a lot of stuff. Okay, now in true study with Jess style, I've just made myself a cup of tea. This is a really nice one. It is a Robust with vanilla extract, and it's by Narada Organics. So if you guys are looking for another nice tea, check this one out. I actually found it in Byron when I went on a yoga retreat, and I've been having it like every morning with a little bit of raw organic honey from my mum's bee farm, which is pretty cute. Or beehive, not bee farm. She's only got one hive. Okay, so let's get into all of my favorite inspirational items. I don't know where to start. There's so many of them. Okay, let's start off with something that's pretty new. This is actually a gift from Adam, and I love it so much. He got me a new journal for my birthday, or one of the things that he got me for my birthday, and it's so beautiful. It's got these little gold embellishings, and it's a little owl. I feel like owls resemble wisdom. So I find that journaling is a great way to find inspiration because you're able to write down your gratitudes, you're able to focus on all the wonderful things in your life and just document how you're progressing throughout life as well. You can write down any challenges you're having, and it helps you work through them. So it really does help you to clarify what it is that you want out of your life, or where you might be feeling a bit stuck, and just help you work through that so you can figure out a solution that's going to work for you. So journaling is definitely one of my favorite ways to find inspiration, and also just to make sure that I'm staying on the right path, I'm staying grounded, and that I'm focusing on what's really important, and making sure that I'm also focusing on myself and how I'm feeling and what I'm thinking about, and just what I want out of life in general. The next item I wanted to share with you guys is my calendar. I have this on my desk all the time. It's by Louise Hay, who's also one of my favorite authors. I read her book, You Can Heal Your Life, probably, I think it was last year, and it's on my bookshelf. It made it to the bookshelf with all of my favorite inspirational books, which are another thing I will be talking about in a moment. But this calendar my mum got for me, and every day is a positive affirmation. So today being Wednesday, July 19th, and I'm sorry if this vlog goes up a little bit late because I've got a few other vlogs I want to get up so far. But this one says, every day, in every way, I am growing stronger and healthier. So they're so beautiful. They've got lovely affirmations. They've got beautiful illustrations and photos. This one's got some lovely flowers. It says, positive affirmations create my future while making me feel good in the moment. And let me find one more that's really cute. Oh, I like this, okay. Little cat. It says, I keep my inner child happy and I am happy too. So to me, it makes me think about the importance of focusing on what really gives us that zest for life, being creative, having fun, making sure we're taking out time to play, all that sort of stuff. That is how you nurture your inner child, and it really does help you to just be happy and stay positive and feel like you're tending to your own needs. So I love this calendar, and I actually didn't mention, but at the start of every month, there is a longer affirmation. I actually tear out each one for the month and put it on my vision board. And the one for July is currently on my vision board, but I might actually go get it and read it out for you. Okay, it says, you can see it here. So it says, as the second half of the year begins, I understand that in order to change my life outside, I must change inside. I have seen firsthand that the moment I'm willing to change, the universe begins to help in amazing ways. I look forward to what it has in store for me this month. So I just think they're so beautiful. It really does help you to create this positive mindset. And when you're feeling good, when you're feeling positive, you're going to be inspired. You're going to be more open to everything that the world has to offer. You're going to notice all the little things in life that do spark that inspiration in you. So I love that calendar. That's definitely top on my list. Now, going off the theme of affirmations, I've got a couple other things I wanted to share with you. So two of them are quote cards, And this is actually how I get some of my ideas for the different inspirational quotes I post up on the Educationary newsletter. I will have that link down below if you want to check out my stationery line and sign up for free to be our VIP study buddy. But these cards, I don't have the box, but I just remember it's by Little Affirmations and it was called A Box of Birds. And they are so cute. So they've got different quotes on them and very, very cute illustrations. So this one says, "We may not have it all together, but together we have it all." And another one says, "Silence is one of the great arts of conversation." Another one says, "Live your true colors." And what's another cute one? Oh, this one's cute. Okay, it says, "We are born to love. It is the principle of existence and its only end." So I think that's really beautiful as well. So I love those cards. And then I've also got, by the same company, Little Affirmations, they're different quotes, but they don't have illustrations on them. And I actually just shuffle the deck on Adam's desk and I keep them displayed for him. So they're pretty cute. This one says, "Don't grow up, it's a trap." This one says, "Your attitude is like a paintbrush. It can color any situation." That's probably one of my favorites from this deck. Okay, what's next? Oh, I have one more thing about affirmations. So this is a little book that my mum bought me a couple of months ago, and it's by Wayne Dyer, one of my favorite authors. He wrote the book Wishes Fulfilled, which I recently finished reading, and it is absolutely fantastic. So what I like to do with this book is I like to just flip it open to a random page, and then whatever affirmation it lands on, I feel like that's the one that I'm meant to read that day. So let's have a play. Okay. Alright, this one says, there are two, I'll read both of them. It says, "The more you try to force something for your own benefit, the less you'll enjoy what you're seeking so desperately." Very true. And the other one says, "Everything is already here in the world. Where else would it be?" So I think that when you get these affirmations, it really makes you think and you try and relate it to your current situations in life, and I feel like it helps you stay on the right path, like brings you back to reality if you're feeling very stressed about something. I don't know, it helps put things into perspective for me. So I don't know if you guys believe in the whole idea of like everything happens for a reason, but I genuinely think that whatever page I open to, that's the page I'm meant to read that day, and that it does resonate with me in some way. Another thing I wanted to share with you, I actually bought this when I was in New York with Adam a couple weeks ago. So I came across a brand called Sage. I love their stuff so much. Their store was like heaven on earth. It was so beautiful. They have all these amazing aromatherapies and oils. They've also got aromatherapy diffusers, which I really want to get for the apartment. But this one that I bought is a stress relief soothing oil blend, and it's just a little roll on and you can put it on your wrists like that. I always put it behind my ears as well. I've been using this especially in the evenings because I am finding it a little bit hard to fall asleep, and this really does help. And I feel like it's so important to be calm and relaxed in order to find inspiration in life. I think if you're very stressed, you're highly strung, or you're overwhelmed, then you're really not going to be open to being inspired, and you're not going to be able to perform at your best in the first place. Next thing I wanted to share is a pretty big thing. It is this guy. So I think I shared this with you guys in one of my vlogs a couple months ago, but what I did was I compiled all of the beautiful comments, or about 50 beautiful comments from you guys about the work that I do, how it's impacted you, how it's benefited you in your studies, and also what your thoughts are on my stationery line Educationary, which used to be named Seated Educationary, if you guys didn't know that update, so just be aware of that. But I really felt like it was important to remind myself on a daily basis why I work so hard, why I do what I do, and not some other job or other career. So I think it's a really beautiful way to remind yourself of what you're doing and what your purpose is, and to really inspire you and continue to motivate you. So you might want to make something similar with different love letters or birthday cards. It's really just something that I wanted to do for myself, and I think that when you keep things in boxes or when you don't actually have them on display, you really just forget. So that's something that I made a couple of months ago, and I really wanted to share it with you because it definitely inspires me regularly. Okay, another item, it's actually not an item, it's a box full of items. It's really heavy. Oh, okay. I have many boxes in my cabinet, which I film in front of for my main channel Study with Jess. And in one of these boxes, this box here, I keep a ton of creative things. So art and craft galore, guys. And the reason I do this is because I feel like we too often forget to be creative. We too often neglect our inner child, and all we do is we work, and if we're not working, then we just unwind by watching TV, and we just forget to be creative. Or if we're not able to actually make an income from being creative, then we just don't bother as we grow up. And I think that's a real shame. So I wanted to show you what is in this box, because I would love to hear if you guys do something similar, if you have an art and craft box, or if it inspires you to make one too. But there's a lot of stuff. So first off, I actually wrote down 20 creativity ideas, because if I'm feeling a bit stuck, I thought that could be really helpful. So I've got watercolor, sketch, draw, paint something, knit, weave, crochet, journal, make bath salts, make aromatherapy pillows, do some calligraphy, draw in my coloring book. There's a lot of stuff here. So some of the things I've got will be these pens. I've got some watercolor. I actually started to do some knitting. I really didn't get that far, and it takes a really long time. But hey, I'm proud of myself for starting. I've got my mindfulness coloring book. I've also got a Perfect Puzzles word search, and I've actually done a little bit of that, but I haven't done as much as I'd like. I've got some beautiful wools here. I don't know if I've got a photo of it, but in my bedroom, I went to a weaving class with my mum, or actually I went to a couple weaving classes, and I made this beautiful wool piece. So I've got some leftover fabric here, and I think, well, not fabric, wool. I think I'm going to attend a couple more classes and make a few other things for the apartment too. So I love making things around the apartment, and just knowing that rather than buying something, I made it myself, that my heart and soul went into it. I really think that's so special. So I'm really proud of that sort of stuff. And I've also got, what else? A bunch of pencils, other sketchbooks. There's so much stuff in this box. I'm not going to go through all of it, but I did want to just share it briefly, because I do think it's important to be creative, and when you're creative, you're very much in the moment. It's all about being mindful, and you're able to calm down. And when you calm down your mind and you quieten down all of those racing thoughts, then that's when your best ideas come, and it does help you to be more inspired, because you're getting in touch with other parts of yourself that you otherwise would be neglecting. Now, the next thing is not exactly tangible, but it's music, and I love to listen to certain types of genres. My favorite artist is Jason Mraz. He's all about feeling good and spreading that love. I always listen to his albums when I go for a walk, which is actually another thing I wanted to talk about, which is it's so important to get outdoors. I feel like I am so much happier and so much more inspired when I go for a daily walk or a daily jog. I don't really jog that often, but I do try and get outside. Even if I'm just gonna go buy some fresh flowers, I will walk. Or if I'm doing some errands and it's only a short distance away, I will walk. And I honestly think getting outdoors, noticing the sunshine, noticing the flowers, the birds, the bees, people around you, it absolutely helps you to be more inspired. And again, it helps you to be more creative. You're noticing all of the natural beauty around you. So I love music, and I love getting outdoors, and love to combine the two of them together. I also wanted to talk about traveling, because after just coming back from a trip overseas with Adam, we were gone for just over a month. I honestly came back so much more inspired. I think having a break, first and foremost, having a small break and getting out of your environment, even for just a couple of days, taking a weekend away or going up to a friend's beach house, going on a yoga retreat, anything like that that just helps you to get out of your daily or mundane routines and daily environment can absolutely help to spark some inspiration and help you to also feel motivated to change up your habits, or perhaps you acquire new healthier habits that you can implement when you get back home. But traveling overseas, I feel like there is nothing else in the world that can give you the amazing benefits that traveling overseas can. So I found this was especially the case when Adam and I went on our Europe trip for 3 months in 2014. I felt like I came back a different person, and it's really hard to explain, but you just feel like you're much more open-minded, you experience other cultures, you realize that there are so many other ways of living, you're more grateful for what you have, but you're also more aware of what in your life has not been working, and you can come back and make some important changes. I think it's really important to experience other cultures and see other parts of the world and see how other people live, or how there are different inventions over there that we may not have access to over here, and it just gets you thinking. It gets you thinking in a different way. It gets you thinking about what you want out of life, and you never know, you might come back with some very different beliefs or perceptions of your current life, or just a better understanding of the way that other people live their lives. So traveling is an amazing way to be inspired. It is something that I am so grateful I'm able to do, and the fact that I'm able to travel regularly because my business is something that I can do anywhere in the world. As long as I have a camera, a charger, and a laptop with my editing software, I'm good to go. So traveling is just my favorite way to be inspired. And last but not least, I wanted to talk about some different books that I found very inspiring and that have really shaped the person I am today and the sort of work that I do. So this book I've talked about on my main channel Study with Jess briefly before. It's called The Life Plan by Shana Kennedy, and this was a limited edition from Kiki K, and you can see all the post-it notes that I have on it. I know I annotate so much. It's just my way of really making sure I'm getting the most out of the books. But this book is all about figuring out what you want out of your life, defining your idea of success, and assisting you to achieve your goals. So this definitely inspired me and definitely helped me to get out of a bit of a rut and to make some healthier choices with my lifestyle. And there are 3 other books I am desperate to do book reviews on, so I'm not going to talk about them too much, but I will just share these are my favorite 3 that have inspired me over the past couple months. So the first one is Life Lessons from the Monk Who Sold His Ferrari. That's by Robin Sharma. The other one is called The Big Leap, and that is by Gay Hendricks. Fantastic book, all about how we tend to upper limit ourselves or how we get in our own way of success. And then the other one is called The Desire Map by Danielle Laporte, and I heard about this from one of the yoga instructors when I went up to Byron Bay for a yoga retreat, and I just had to get my hands on a copy. I'm so glad I did. I read it in a day and it was just incredible. So I'm going to do some book reviews on them as well, because I definitely recommend that you do pick them up and you do have a read through, especially if you guys are probably like 15 and up. I think that these books are really suited to you. So I will go into more detail with them, but they're really the main ways I get inspired on a regular basis. So I really hope I'm able to spread some inspiration to you guys as well. And comment down below one way, or even your just favorite ways to get inspired. So what works for you, and share them around, because I would love to know if there are other ways that I can implement some more inspiration into my day. And also, I'm sure everyone else wants to read them too. So I love reading your comments. I'll try and comment back to as many as I can. And I hope that you guys have an absolutely beautiful day, that you're feeling very inspired. And I'm gonna end the vlog here, but I will have another vlog up very soon, and it's probably gonna be a book review on one of these books. Alright guys, mwah, bye!